All right, what's going on, everyone? Well, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following my Instagram and my Instagram story, you know that we have a lot to do on this car to get ready for the track day. And one of the first things we're going to do is, well, we're going to tackle this issue. If you've been following my videos pretty closely, you know that I have the leather package for the SI. And on the track, I slide all over the place. So what we're going to do to remedy that is, well, one of my subscribers and friends, Michael, he decided to let me use his Recaro pole positions, and all I had to do was buy some Buddy Club seat brackets, seat rails, whatever. Yeah, let me go through what you need. Obviously, you're going to need the seat, whichever one you're going to use, the corresponding side of the rails, and Buddy Club pretty much comes with the rails, the side bracket mounts, the sliding mechanism, a set of instructions, and some 12mm nuts to mount these down to the rails. Now what you're going to need is that you're going to need to find some bolts to go ahead and mount into here, into the side of the seat. So you need to figure out which seat, which thread pitch and whatnot. I forgot what these are, but I know they're a 5mm hex head bolt. So I just went ahead and I took my seat over to Home Depot, and then I got some of these, or you know, they sell kits online that you can probably figure out. I mean, I'm pretty sure most seats are the same anyways. So what I have here are 4 bolts that I'm going to be using to mount to the rails. And then I'm going to need a 14mm to take out the factory seat, 12mm sockets and wrench to get these on, depending on which one I need. I got my 5mm Allen head, my ratchet, and a gun to take the seats out. So yeah, I'll leave the part numbers of the rails down in the description below on which ones you need if you're doing it for the Civic SI, the 8th gen. If not, you know, obviously figure out the corresponding part number for your specific car. So yeah, first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the seat out. Obviously, I can't do this with one hand, so give me a second. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and scoot the chair all the way forward and then lift the carpet. Now on mine, I already have all these covers off. I've taken the seat off before to remove a few things, so I just left the covers off. So what you're going to do is get in there, and the other 14, put those to the side, and then you're going to move to the front, slide the seat all the way forward. Find them underneath here. 2 more 14mm. 1. There you go. Now you're going to want to lean the seat back a little bit. And sorry it's a little dark. Let's see here. Let's see if I can tilt it forward a little bit so you guys can see better. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and unplug all of these here. I may not have needed to unplug that one. Alright, so you're going to want to unplug that. Then, let's see, these airbag ones are a little bit tricky. Pull that black clip off, pull that off. Same thing on the other side, release that safety black lever and pull it out. Then next up, you're going to want to carefully pull the seat out without obviously scratching any steering wheels, panels, doors, or whatnot. So you know what, let me get my cameraman out of the way so I can get this seat out properly. Okay, once you get the seat out, next you're going to want to take the seat belt off. So you're going to want to pull back on this cover. There you go. take that 14 millimeter, hammer that out, and yeah, just set this to the side. In there. And for the other side, you're going to want to do the same. If you're going to want to reuse, obviously, the factory belt, you're going to go ahead and take that off to show you guys. So, obviously, you're going to want to go ahead and unclip all of these so the harness is loose. Give me 1 second. Okay, so all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a flathead, kind of like get underneath there and kind of like pry a little bit until all these clips come out. And then, yeah, so there was 3 clips, one on this clip, one on this one, and then one right here in the middle just attaching to the bottom. Just kind of like use a flathead, pry it off. And then from there, take that 14 millimeter, hit it off, and there you go. You have the seat belt to move over to the next seat if you want to reuse this or just go with the harness. Okay, so next you're going to want to go ahead and assemble your seat and rails. So according to the instructions, it looks like they have the taller brackets sitting up front, and for the SI, obviously this straight down one is for the front. This looks like it'll be closer towards the door if I'm not mistaken. So let me see. Yeah, so obviously don't do like me. I was just test fitting. But so you're going to want to go ahead, take your bracket, put it up front, take these supplied 12 millimeter nuts and go ahead and put them on. Just kind of put them on loose so that way you can move this forward or backwards or side to side to get the actual width of this particular seat. Then you're going to want to take the short one according to the instructions, and the short one's going to go in the rear. Take 2 more supplied 12 millimeter nuts. So now, what we're going to do is, to the side, go ahead, see. All right. Now for me, this particular, so what I'm going to do is, there we go. I'm going to leave those on there loose. Go ahead and assemble the other side. Okay, once you have the brackets assembled and mounted to the seat, once again, just kind of leave everything loose so you can play around. I actually had to play around with this. I had to move it up 1 notch so I could take this slider rail. You're going to want to go ahead and plug it into like each corresponding peg. Put that in, and then put that in. Just kind of slide it in until it kind of like almost clicks in place like that. And your sliding mechanism works. So, obviously I can't really slide it that well, but as you can see, I'm moving it now. So now, obviously, so if you are going to reuse the factory seat belt, you're going to want to go ahead and take it, figure out the side it's on, and then these comes with the bracket right there. So you're just going to go ahead, line that up, go ahead and tighten that up. Yada yada yada. And then obviously same thing over here for the other side. It has another bracket for the seat belt inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put the seat in the car. All right, once you get your seat in, obviously once again be careful not to scratch anything because this one does not recline. This is a fixed back. but luckily it is so much lighter than the factory one. So next up, you're obviously gonna, I already did the fronts, line up the front holes. Then you're gonna like wanna line up the back holes. And if you need to, just kind of like sit in there and obviously slide the seat back and forth. Next up, you're gonna wanna go ahead, finish securing this one. Take that seat belt. Obviously, once again, if you're using the factory seat belt, they do provide a mounting spot. Go ahead and hit that in and torque everything down to spec. I don't know it off the top of my head, but if I once I figure it out, I'll put in the link in the description below or little thing across the thing. And yeah, once everything's bolted down and the seats lined up perfectly and everything slides back and forth perfectly, go ahead and tighten everything down. The 12 millimeter nuts that hold up the brackets, the 14s, this 14 for the seat belt, and the 5 millimeter hex head. So yeah, there you have it. That's how you install, obviously, a bucket racing seat into a 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic Si 8th Gen with the Buddy Club rails and the Recaro pole position. So yeah, that is it for this one. Like I said, I have a ton more stuff I'm going to be doing to the car. I'm going to go ahead and get ready, clean this up, or clean myself up, and then head over to Mark's shop, where we will be continuing to track prep the Civic Si. So until next time, guys.